Okay. Wait, what? Why? Oh no.
Now what?
For push to talk on me and you, it's late. Like Allegiant Air tonight. Yep. MD8.
Hey.
There we go.
They do. I've been flying around in them. Very fun.
The great thing about resetting is I now have great performance all of a sudden for some random reason. No, I cannot.
Hello everyone, good evening. I know we usually do our GA flights on Thursdays, but with the wait, no, I don't want to push back yet. I just want, yeah, everybody, both. Dang it, GSX. It's never a smooth process. Anyways, I know we normally do a GA on Thursday nights, but with the release of the V2 after what, 3 or 4 years of the Aerosoft CRJ, kind of had to hop in this thing. Dev and I did quite a few hops, and by quite a few I mean 2, on what was it, Monday I think, and I'm a little rusty, but it's a ton of fun to fly. Currently we've got myself, Dev, Eddie, Ron, and Kyle all doing a little short hop from Raleigh-Durham all the way up to LaGuardia. I think it's about a little over an hour. Block time is about an hour and a half, hour and 45 or so, so probably about an hour air time or less. So it should be pretty fun. We've got the GSX loading us up here. I don't know where all of our, oh, there they are, our baggage handlers. I was wanting you guys to enjoy that sun right there. Those clouds are amazing. we'll go ahead and get back in the cockpit here. We have a new topic to discuss tonight. Dev is unaware, and it could be kind of amusing here in a moment. So, Kyle's got a question for him as soon as we get back in there, so I am going to allow him to ask away. Okay, I'm back. Kyle, I believe you have a question for Dev.
What's going on?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Do you know who Val Kilmer is? Oh, he left. Oh, you back?
I'm going to say no.
I left for a reason.
Do you know who
left for a reason.
Val Kilmer is? So it's confirmed he's a flat earther then.
He is a flat earther. Absolutely.
Come on.
Dev, do you believe in a flat Earth?
No.
No? I think Eddie does.
Oh yeah, it's a record. It's a diff.
That's not my problem.
It's a record. It's not sure. Eddie, what is your friend's... You know what, let's get through the setup and then we'll discuss the flat Earth as we get to cruise. How about that?
There we go.
Otherwise, we'll be sitting on the ground for an hour.
Ready to tackle that.
We may have to hop on ChatGPT and see what some of their favorite excuses are, but so you may have to convince me. Okay. Anyways, so like I said, we're going from RDU to LGA. So if you head over to our flight plan, I was having some issues with the FMS, so we're going to try it again here and see if I can get this flight plan entered.
You're having issues. You're having issues.
Dev broke something, which is no surprise to anybody, and his entire Microsoft Flight Simulator has decided to implode and reset itself. So we're going to go from RDU to LGA. Oops. I don't mean to hit that. You know, the one thing I'm still disappointed that they did not fix was this click spot with the spoiler. It still interferes with the clear button on the Collins here. It's so annoying. The runway we're expecting is 23 left. And do you put that right there? Okay. And then we're doing 23 left via the Bexco 5. And I don't... Is that the... I guess there's not a via there. You just put... Bowsy? Bowsy? B-O-U-S-Y. And then we go to the flight plan, and we have direct to gears. And then we're hopping on Q87 to Hertz. Q87? Yeah, just Q87. Q87 to Hertz, H-U-R-T-S. Where's my H? H-U-R-T-S. And after that, we're going to enter our departure and arrival. Our departing runway is 23 left on the Bexco 5 to Bowsy. So, 23 left. Wait a minute. There's not a 23 left. There's a 23. Oh, it's up top. Wow, that was weird. Okay, 23 left over to next page.
Oh, sorry, I should have told you.
Bexco. I don't have Bexco either.
Yes, you do. It's Bexco 5.
Yeah, it's there. I found it too.
Alright. RDU depart 23 left. I've got Wood, Pack, RDU, and Shepherd.
Shepherd is old, I think. You might be out of date. Are you sure you're up to the latest data?
It should be, because unless it's reset itself for some reason. Oh, I don't have Navigraph service. Oh. I'm giving everyone my code right away. Oopsies.
You'll be fine, especially after the thing that already happened.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see here. Gimme. Approve. I probably just gave my one viewer access to my entire check for updated nav data.
Yearly subscription.
Yearly subscription, yeah. Yeah, monthly, really. Yeah, I pay for it monthly. I need to see if I can move that to a yearly. Okay, I don't know why I do not have the Bexco 5. That's interesting. Depart. Huh. Yeah. Weird. So, okay. I guess we'll enter it manually. It's only a couple waypoints. It's not that big of a deal. But it's an RNAV departure. And we're on 23 left, so 6,000 feet initial climb. Climb on assigned heading for radar vectors, and then cross aim high at or above 2,500. So we'll just do a runway heading, and then we'll do a direct to aim high. So we'll went through that here in a second. So let's go back to our arrival and see if that one works. We got Prow 2 RNAV. And we're expecting runway 22. ILS 22. Proud 2. Okay, yeah. And it has the Hertz transition. Execute. Okay, that one actually worked. So, let's go back to our legs page. I got Bowsy gears. That's a Hertz. That is a very short... Bowsy gears, Hertz. It should go Grok. To Hydra, Prince, Riggy, Eno, Skippy, Bessie, and then a whole bunch of other waypoints that look like they're correct. So let's go back. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's go back to legs. Alright, out of here, we want to go to aim high to Bexco, so let's type that in. Aim high to Bexco. Aim high to Bexco. Execute. And that should take care of us there. Okay. That actually looks pretty good. Let's put this down so we can actually see our... format. Let's go to our plan mode, and we'll click through it here, make sure everything looks like it should, and at the moment it does. And I got a discontinuity there, but that's on our arrival, so we'll take a look at that when we get closer. But we're expecting runway 22.
That's a later view problem.
So we're going to probably do vectors to Yeoman and come back around, so not a big deal there. Okay, that takes care of our flight plan. Yo, Owls, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How have you been? What's up? Okay. Go back to our flight plan, and this is the same thing as I've got in NavGraph, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and set the payload in the simulator. Did I actually put my fuel in there? 9,645. I've been great. I have been great myself. I'm glad to be flying our trusty old CRJ here. It's been a little while since we've got to play with this thing. Let me look at the OFP real fast just to confirm that fuel. It says 10,644, so something did not update. Let's see, set fuel and payload. That did it. Okay, boarding complete. Alright, beautiful. So, we need to, let's go ahead and set our V speeds. And our trim of 6.2. By the way. 6.2, come on. There we go. Go ahead and arm our reversers. Let's do our stab and mock trim and yellow dampener. Get our radio on. And we'll get our standby radio into standby. We're going to pretend that they've given us some random code here. And we're just going to stay on Yokohama 1228. Alright, the APU is running.
Oh crap, I gotta do that.
So don't forget about that, Dev. We need to go to our performance, page. Oh, leg winds. Oh, can you actually enter each? Oh, that's cool. Can I request the data? No? Okay. Which button? Performance. We need to go perf in it. Alright, we got passengers. We have 63 passengers. And we have how much cargo? 1159 plus 2705 equals 3,864. Not 2. I need a 3. 3,864. And then fuel, we have 10,630. Cruise altitude, our OFP gave us 310. Invalid entry, added a couple zeros, there we go. And alternate cruise altitude we won't worry about. Execute. This will give us our top of descent later on in the flight. VNAV setup, we're going to be targeting 290 knots above 10,000 feet on our climb. We're going to be cruising at Mach 0.74 and a descent of not Mach 0.74 and, or 290. Just depending on when we get around 25,000 feet, we'll transition over. Alright, next page. Yes. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to be a while. Thank you. Climb winds. Let's see. It gives us... Let me scroll down to winds in the OFP here. Forecasted winds. Our climb winds are... Let's look at... we'll do flight level 240 at Hertz. It'd be 280 at 51. And then we're looking at a cruise. Let's go to... what was one of the waypoints we put in? Hertz? Grok? Say Grok. Just to... Let's go down to flight plan. We'll go 26051. And then our descent, we'll say 250 F50. It's pretty consistent. Next page, we got reserves, taxi fuel, expected 220 pounds, and that should take care of that. So we've got our flight plan in, our departures in, our performance are in, our legs are in. Progress, performance, VNAV. Okay, everything is good there. So we'll go to the autopilot. Go ahead and preset this. We're going to be on runway heading for 23, which is 23 left, has a runway heading of 234. So I actually have my Mobi flight working, which is excellent. 234. And we're going to be targeting a speed of 170 for the initial climb up. Initial altitude was 6,000 feet. Alright, so speed mode, heading mode, and we're expecting a runway heading on departure until we start pulling our flaps up, and then we'll do it direct to the first waypoint. Alright, so I am pretty much ready for a push, I do believe. How's everybody doing?
Good. I'm about
there
to
was
push
not
back
on,
too.
so I had to restart. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay, Ron, what'd you say?
I am ready to push back also.
Okay, beautiful. Alright, chocks are removed, APU's removed. Good to go there, and they have this wonderful charts app built into the tablet now, so use flight plan infamous. Let's go to airport info. I wish it'd save the settings though, so I could stay in that night mode. And it even shows the airplane. So we're going 2-3 left. We'll do a nose to the left. We'll hit Charlie and then Juliet. Let's go ahead and get our beacon on. Beacon light. Get our hydraulics auto. Lights. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, auto. Arm emergency lights. And I think that takes care of us. Let's get our booster pumps on. Manual override on the cross flow. Oh, we need to set our destination altitude, which is sea level, so it should already be in there, but we'll check it real fast. Cabin pressure. Landing elevation 0, so we're right there on the at LaGuardia. The nice thing about that one is it's, 10 feet above the water, so pretty easy to remember that one. Go ahead and get GSX hooked up to the airplane. And push back a departure. Why did the gate just close, removed, closed, removed, up? Okay. We'll pretend we're the crew. Look at that sunset. It's beautiful. Everything on the airplane looks good. Get our track IR enabled and view reset here. My biggest complaint about the CRJ is the small, tiny screens. But honestly, it's not too bad with a bigger TV, obviously. You can actually read the thing. Just waiting on GSX now. And a tug coming right out of the terminal. Hopefully they can see
because of how big your 4K display is, does it feel more like a 1440?
No.
Really?
Yep, the 4K is a very high pixel count, even on a 48-inch. So actually, I don't really see pixels too much on it, so it's pretty nice. All right, we are in FMS on the navigation there. And we're going to be wanting to go direct to aim high. Nose, what I say, nose to the left.
4K is old news. You should be in 8K.
These parking brakes. Oh, my GSX is. All right, let's go. Now you got to push and hold start buttons now. So push until it clicks out. Here goes, starts. GSX is on my
I'm gonna warn you.
monitor.
GSX does not like RDU sometimes. I don't know why.
Oh boy. You warned me after I start pushing back?
I was trying to talk, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Alright, looking for about 18. Let's go fuel on. Wait for it to click back down and bring it back to neutral. Idle. Fuel float, 440. Oh, I forgot to get the Bose sound pack. Crap. I was thinking about that earlier. I was going to get that before the stream. Too late now.
From what I've seen, people are kind of crapping on the CRJ right now, so I wouldn't expect many more updates.
People were... I think it's okay. I mean, it's not
I do too.
the most amazing thing in the world, but for regional stuff...
If they get a bad perception, though, they're gonna not update it. So just watch out for that.
Yeah. Air conditions, oh, that's good. Okay. Engine 2 is available. Let's go. Engine 1. I'm used to the A320 where I'm looking down to start an engine, not up. Let's confirm a good engine start with GSX. I hate that this bug still exists. No, don't interrupt. Come on, GSX. Confirm good engine start. We have good engine start. Please disconnect. Unlocking gear. Engine 1's coming alive. Whoa. Ooh, that was sketchy. That was really sketchy. And we'll go armed on the nose wheel steering. Parking brake on, reversers, man, X-flow. APU can come off now. The GSX pulled my nose gear underneath the tarmac, and then when I released the airplane, it popped back up and kind of rolled around a little bit. I was a little nervous.
Awesome.
I was expecting to go flying for a moment there. Alright, let's watch the APU to come off. Go ahead and do flaps 8. Flaps 8.
Did
Confirmed.
Lanta record a landing for you?
I don't have the land to open, actually.
Oh,
Alright, the APU's off. Let's go ahead and close that door so we don't forget. And the door closed. So we got park brake, reversers, manual, cross flow, or transfer, seatbelts, no smoking, and then we will hit stat to box that menu, so if anything new pops up, it'll be the first message. And then flight controls. I don't really have a good flow with this thing yet, but we're getting there. Full up, full forward, full left, full right, right rudder, left rudder. Trim is set. Local altimeter is refresh weather 3015. And then we've got speed, heading mode. Speed is set to 170 and a heading of 234. Okay, everything there is good. And stat. Push brakes in. Parking brake off. Let's go taxi lights. You guys ready?
yes.
Yep.
I think I am good to go here. Take off config. Okay, beautiful. So, back to our charts here. We're going to be taxiing down to Charlie. I'm doing a great deal of work on the sensitivities of the axes, I guess. This thing is very sensitive out of the box.
The x-axis.
X-axis. That is really hard to say. Charlie's going to be our second round.
You gotta get that one from the office. The x-axis.
Oh,
All right.
no, I haven't.
I'm done.
I haven't watched much of The Office, honestly. It's okay, Eddie. You can make up for it with the flat Earth talk here in a minute.
Shouldn't
what's
be
going
too
on?
hard.
Wow, what? Dev, what's with your airport here? Why is it so bumpy?
I don't know. It always has been. It's driven me insane. It's not that way in real life.
Alright, we're definitely going to take the second one here because that looks like a roller coaster. CRJ's nice on the ground because it's super easy to drive around. As long as I don't tip it over on accident on Dev's roller coaster here. And we're looking to do a left turn onto Juliet. Clouds look good. Well, these kind of have that old repetitiveness to it. Clouds, when we first loaded in, were amazing. These are kind of 2020-esque.
Base is at 8,000, 8, 9, 10,000. They look really good if you want to hold there for a minute.
Okay.
That'd be a good spot.
Do enjoy a good bit of cloud surfing. So we'll go to 8,000 for a minute and enjoy some clouds before we climb up to cruise. Which was 310. Where's everybody at?
I'm down by the runway, but I'm off to the side.
Oh, okay. We got a
P-Mark is already en route.
P-Mark. Peter's joining us?
That's his tag. Is that Kyle? I don't know. P-Mark was up a couple minutes ago.
Oh, Pete. That's Peter.
Okay.
I don't see his tag.
I am also up in the air.
Had to give her some juice to get up this little hill right here.
Yeah, there were some low spots that I had to give her a little extra gas.
Alright, the ground sign says, the taxi sign says this is Alpha. This is totally Juliet. Oh, hang on a minute. Ron's on 2-3 right. We are departing 2-3 left. Okay.
I think I'm on left.
Yeah. You're on right.
Is that right? Oh,
It's okay. We can depart simultaneously. How about that?
okay, cool.
And then this is kind of goofy. Okay.
Yeah, my flight plan says 2-3 left, but
It'll be alright. Evening, Nez. How are you? Alright, let's go. Landing lights, strobe. And our TCAS is automatic. And we are clear on the arrival. Let's enter 2-3 left. 2-3 left confirmed.
oh yeah, I meant right. I just went to the wrong one. Runway. This one's nice and long though, 10,000 feet.
Yeah, this one's only 7,500. Give her a little juice here. Doing good. Awesome.
No, I guess I might as well go then.
Oh, I meant to do Toga. Toga. I need to bind that. I pushed it, but I obviously, oh, this is bumpy. Hang on, Nez, I'll get your comment here in a second. V1 and rotate. Come on, girl. There she goes. That was right. Gear up. Yeehaw. There's a little bit of a wing flutter there. And coming up on 2,500 feet. Let's go
I am
to
back.
Climb. And I think we can do let's do a left turn here. It's out of our autopilot there. Maybe that happened when I hit Toga. Flaps up. And let's go to 250. And we'll keep doing that left turn. Did I adjust my settings, my LOD settings? That does not look good. Whoa, someone's doing a barrel roll. And coming up on 6,000 feet. Let's go autopilot. Keep doing our left turn here. I'm gonna hop out really fast just to check my ability settings. Okay, that's what I thought. Forgot to update them. I have to use 10 to load in half the time. This might get a little stuttery for a second. There, it's starting to look better. Beautiful. Alright, we are going to do a direct to aim high. Execute. And nav mode. Oh, why is it shooting through 250? Oh. It's because we reached our
I may have
climb
chucked your
altitude.
tail up.
Alright, so we were going to go up to 8,000. back to speed mode. And we'll go 250 just to quit breaking the rules here.
10 might be better. 10,000
10?
for better cloud surfing. Yep.
You said you...
Well, I see you're in a big open area.
Yeah, the clouds aren't exactly perfect right here, but climbing up though. Oh, look at that! I have never seen that before. How that's like hazy down on the ground with the sun reflecting off of it. That is cool. That's the first time I've ever seen it. It's like green as well. I don't know if it shows up as green on the stream, but yeah, Nez, that kind of worked out in your favor there. All right, as we get to 10,000, at least we'll be able to speed up some. We're looking for around, I think it's 2,800 pounds per hour or so. We'll see what that gets us to, and then we'll climb up here in a moment once we get through some of these clouds. And enjoy the scenery. This thing's pretty sporty.
What, that airplane?
Yeah.
It is.
These clouds have kind of decreased in volume out this way, unfortunately.
Yep. I noticed that it was really low and kind of blanket coverage before we took off. They've been clearing.
It's easy to forget that you gotta control the throttles manually in this thing.
I'm in a plane so much lower than you right now. Help me.
So much
Please.
harder?
Older.
Older. And manual transfer can come on. And we'll release the passengers. Amazing. Right? Look at that. I love that haze. Okay, so once we get up to these clouds, get a little cloud surfing in, we'll pop up and get the cruise. Although we don't have a very long flight, so we'll be up
Maybe
and
it's
then
like a
right
lake.
back down.
I'm thinking you might never make it to those clouds.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's go ahead and get up to cruise here. So we're going to 310. 310. And then let's go speed mode. Decrease this to 290. And up she goes. I'm going to put this back into climb mode. Bleeding off some speed, getting 6,000 feet per minute right now. It's actually doing a pretty darn good job of holding that speed too, which is crazy.
I have to use speed brakes just to stay down with you.
Nuh-uh.
Let's go use speed brakes for the that flat Earth of his.
Oh, come on. Please tell me.
All right, Nez, Owls, or Switch Streams, or any of you guys flat Earthers, because apparently Dev is.
What?
You admitted to it earlier.
Yeah.
When did I?
I've never heard anyone in such denial.
I know. We
know
threw
it's true.
we threw some facts your way. Are you changing your mind now, Dev?
Wait, what?
And we pierced the firmament.
What?
We also hear it because it's
confused.
from a lack of watching Top Gun too.
Yeah.
Oh, come
have you watched
on.
Top Gun yet?
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Like there's
Pay
your
your
sign.
respects to Val Kilmer, man.
Yeah, it's a requirement now. Yeah, the ending of the second Top Gun really hits home now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we just spoiled it for him.
Well, no, I don't think we will,
No, okay.
because I don't think he's
Okay,
actually
I'm
going to
so
watch
confused.
it. Over to standard.
I will. I'll watch
We
it.
gotta get him through the first one before we can spoil anything on the second one.
Yeah.
Nez says
I'm in
the
an
Earth is
F-15 right now
flat.
trying to fly over you.
Nez says the Earth is flat, all the way around. It's one way to look at it. Technically, there is a flat plane on every sphere. It's just infinitely small.
Is it? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's
So Nez is not wrong. So, I have never had that argument right there before, Nez.
wait. But if it's infinitely small, then that means it effectively does not exist.
Well, if it is a molecule flat,
Yes, but
Or
even
flat.
oh, it's a very fair
It,
point.
it can be.
Okay, you might have got me there.
so
By definition, infinite is nothing.
Is
It can't
infinite
be any-
nothing or everything?
It can't be any. Okay, it depends on the context.
Well, at some point, we do get to the smallest building blocks of life. A molecule, in this case, or
Yes.
electron, or
Yeah,
proton, or whatever they're made of. It's been a while since I've had that science class. At some point, we reach the smallest thing that life is made out of. Is that smallest thing flat?
Is a baby.
It's a baby little molecule. So, Eddie, you said you got a friend who is a somewhat of a flat earther. What are his arguments?
Well, there's the whole firmament thing. Like we're all contained in that.
Explain
That's
that.
one
Explain the
thing.
firmament.
Wait, is that actually real?
Yeah, it's a biblical interpretation.
Really?
Yep.
Can you
Oh, and then there's
give a little context on
then
that?
there's the ice wall.
The ice wall.
The ice wall might be more fun.
Now we're living in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so around the edge of the flat disk, there is an impenetrable ice wall that they call Antarctica.
Nez says the vacuum of space isn't really a vacuum.
I can go with that a little bit.
I can too. Actually.
I can
It's-
just because there's some stuff in space.
And
Even though
it's
it's
a
very
scale that it's hard to
It's impossible to imagine because we
quantify.
can't.
Does the ice wall prevent the oceans from draining all their water?
Yeah,
off
how
the
does that
edge?
work?
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Okay.
So if
Do you actually
Eddie and I-
like you actually use that?
if Eddie and I ran out there in a boat and took a nuke out to the ice wall, nuked the ice wall, you're saying that all the water would drain off the flat Earth
That's a good one.
to where? Where would it go?
Space.
Space?
Narnia.
The
Now-
final frontier.
I guess that kind of raises the question of gravity. If gravity is straight down, when would it end for the flat Earth? And when would...
And why is this even an argument?
And what's on the other side?
Yeah, does the other side have different geography than us? Or is there a other group of humans or species or whatever just living their life on the other side? Are we flying over them right
Yeah,
now?
that'd be funny.
It's the Bobaverse.
The Bobaverse. Yes, the Bobaverse is amazing.
Oh,
Eddie, I think you would enjoy that series actually. It's an
The
audible.
Bobbleverse.
Bobaverse, B-O-B. We are Bob. We are Legion. It
I've
is
never heard of
a.
it.
I think
It's a-
Is there four parts to it?
5? I think there's 5 now.
5? Okay. I did 2.
So, oh, we need to go over to mock mode.
Do you not see me harassing you or something?
Oh, I see you. I'm just not saying anything. I said you were doing a barrel roll in front of me a minute ago.
Oh.
Ness says there's actually no such thing as a vacuum. Well, theoretically, there could
Yeah.
be a vacuum, but practically, yeah, there may not be. A perfect vacuum.
Theoretics doesn't matter if you can't actually do it in practice.
But gravity is a theory that is somewhat proven, right?
I mean, it's almost entirely proven, isn't it?
Is it?
I mean,
There's a little
I
more
think
that
so.
ties in here, which is that all of the space stuff is CGI,
are you serious? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
and we don't go there. We can't go there.
And the moon landings never took place.
Yeah, it's all
Didn't-
kind of tied in.
Didn't Taiwan or Thailand or something like that just fly over the moon and take pictures of the moon landers location?
Yeah, there were three recent missions. One of them was totally successful.
I almost dialed that in perfectly. Just creeping
Oh, and
back
the
on these
moon and the
throttles.
sun are they're only 7,000 miles away.
Only
In flat
7,000?
Earth. Yeah, in flat Earth world.
Okay.
That doesn't make
here's
any
my question.
sense.
What's the point? What's the point? Why does it matter?
It's a fun conversation.
Well, yes, but why is it like? Why do some people go out their way to prove it?
It matters. It's an issue because it's a, you know, if that were the case, then it would be proof or evidence that everything we're told is a lie.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Eddie?
Some people do. Some do believe it.
No.
It's not a sight you would normally want to see at the side of your cockpit.
No.
How come you can see him as a fighter, but you can't see me as a fighter? What the heck?
Because I'm stock.
That's cool.
You chose the wrong fighter. Hey, do that left turn bank away thing. With the afterburners, nice. Even cooler. Beautiful. Perfectly executed, sir. Nope, your wings just disappeared. Oh, your your afterburners are falling through the sky. That was perfect. Space has an atmospheric pressure of 0, mostly. Yeah, mostly. Dude, my co-pilot looks like he's had the back surgery and is in the back brace, but he keeps flipping pages over here and it sounds like he's slurping a Slurpee. I need to get my screenshot button working. So yeah, the flat Earth stuff is typically just a conspiracy theorist kind of idea.
Do people actually believe it, or is it just something that?
Oh yeah.
exists?
No,
Really?
they do believe it. Some people do. Yeah.
Really?
Have you guys seen that video that they try to prove it wrong with the camera and like the paper hole and like they put it like 100 feet away or something? Like if it lines up, the Earth is flat, but it doesn't
Wasn't
line
that-
up, and they're like, "Oh crap, this is
Wasn't that
we're
they bought
wrong."
like $100,000 piece of science equipment that did not prove their theory?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait,
they go
hang on.
back and forth, and then they have debates, and then they can't handle it, and they walk out on each other. It's crazy.
Get in a fist fight. Go to jail.
Oh crap! I'm flat spinning. Oh no.
Something about flat spinning on a fighter rings a bell, guys. What movie's that from?
Weird.
Weird. I know. Something about guns on top or something like that. What's it called?
I think it was I'll be your wingman anytime.
Oh, yeah. A goose.
No,
I
it's
think
something about
was
you're dangerous.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Or flying inverted. Something about flying inverted.
yeah. Or below the hard deck does not count.
Oh,
In a negative 4G dive.
yeah.
We were inverted.
I mean, it was a pretty impressive picture they got, you know? Could you imagine taking that picture back?
I know.
I mean,
bird.
And dude,
F-14 went through the flat spinning test early on. I mean, that was a known issue, that flat spun, sorry.
We should
The Iron
do.
Eagle?
We should do cargo planes full of rubber dogs out of Hong Kong sometime.
you know, that sounds like a punishment.
Yeah.
Sounds like a punishment.
Isn't that what they put pilots on that get, like, bad landings or something? I think it's like a myth, but...
You know, I hear they've got really nice sandy beaches with volleyball courts, too.
Playing with them boys.
Who does?
Yeah. Motorcycles. Small cars. Pretty women.
You take the highway to the danger zone there.
Oh, that's the best part.
Can someone help me?
Yeah.
This says try proving.
Just give me a synopsis, please.
I miss my Penny Benjamin.
You're killing me. Just give me a synopsis.
The Admiral's daughter?
Yeah.
Talk to me, Goose. I mean, you gotta help me out here.
Yeah,
Why
he's
is
talking
even-
to you.
I'm sorry, what?
Talk to him, Goose.
What?
Every time you're up in these clouds, it's like you're flying with a ghost. Wow, Dev just went past me and mocked Jesus.
Sorry.
Do you still have that brochure for the truck school?
Truck mass driving, I think it is.
Whoa! I just saw
Oh,
that
did
on
you
the
get-
stream. Oh,
That
behind.
Dynamics is working F-35 for DCS. I'm so
Iceman,
excited for it.
I'm dangerous.
I want
That's
some
right.
butts, and I want them now.
There it is! I want some butts!
Ned says try proving the Earth is flat with a 7,400 mile straight edge. Well, I mean, it depends on if it's actually not flexible. If it's flexible, it's probably going to bend with the radius.
What started this conversation, anyways?
With VSync off, you set your frame rate limit to your screen refresh rate? Yes. It may not always get there now. With me being up in the air right now, I'm probably getting some pretty darn good frames, 70 with almost max settings, so that's not too bad.
But can you explain to me what started this whole conversation? I'm so confused.
Well, if you'd go watch the movie and finish your homework assignment, like we've been telling you to do for a month now, you would understand. He's going to come back and he's going to send us a picture of a shirt from the Top Gun school. Or a hat.
That'd
the
be
hat.
pretty cool.
The hat would be kind of a cool shelf item to have in your office. I've got top of descent in 13 minutes, about 100 miles. Heading up to Grok. Tiny little movements on the throttles to keep this thing right where it's supposed to be. Does it actually hold that FPS? Mine doesn't. It goes over. You can set your target frame rate in your settings with the dynamic settings. And it should try to increase your settings to target that. It might still go over, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you're running that good of a frame rate, I wouldn't be worried about anything other than maybe a little screen tearing, which I have a little bit of that when I move around real fast, but it's not too bad. You may not even be able to see it on the stream, honestly. But I leave that dynamic setting on because it keeps the performance pretty good on the ground. I'm sorry, top of descent is in 9 minutes, not 11. Wait, what? Is that right?
What? No.
Oh, yeah, that's about right. It says LaGuardia.
9?
73 miles is top of descent for me.
Okay.
I gotta get rid of these airports.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Oh crap. Shorter than I thought.
Yeah, because we'll be going down to flight level 270. Yeah, VSync prevents tearing. So if you have it on, it helps with tearing. Now, for some reason, something feels a little off after I pop those frames on. Let's see what happened here. That's still 70. It just feels weird. This sim looks so good at this time of day. Especially when you start getting to a little bit more of the nighttime and city lights are coming through. That's why I love flying into New York at this time of day. Am I getting icing? Or is that just a smudge? I think it might just be a smudge. See, I think the icing will show up on the wipers. It's kind of your indication in the CRJ. Alright, so I'm going to try descending by speed mode and just adjusting the throttle for the targeted to follow the VNAV. You can still get tearing when you're over your screen. Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, it would lock it in at your screen refresh rate, and that should prevent tearing. But with the sim, it's kind of hard to live in an ideal world because of how hard it is on systems. Let me pull up the chart for 22 approach ILS 22, and we need to get our decision height, which is 212, because it takes an hour and a half to get to your decision height here. Helps to scroll with the mouse wheel. I wish there was a way to accelerate that. Oh, you know what? Kind of wonder. Oh, almost. There is an option to turn on. You can increase the speed of the knobs. Where's that at? Knob acceleration, I think. Oh, here we go. Speed. Oh, see, it only does it for the altitude. Oh, knob turn acceleration. Here, let's see what this does. There it goes. Okay, that helps. Now, does that do anything crazy with my... See, the problem is when I use MobiFlight, you see how it's swinging wildly with my heading mode there, so... It's almost not even worth having... Oh, let's turn it on for the decision height. To get it back to 212. That might be just something you turn on for that. Turn back off. My card uses less power and makes less heat when I turn on VSync because it doesn't have to work as hard to hold 60 FPS. It's probably because it's not trying to max itself out and to get as much performance out of it as it possibly can. Our descent VNAV target is 0.74 or 290, just as a refresher. I don't see icing yet, but the outside temperature's pretty cold, I think. Yeah, negative 41. So we're not going to pick up ice at this temp. We might pick some up on the way down though.
I accidentally kicked the Ethernet cable that went into my switch, and I had to restart everything. I'm back.
Oh. We'll see you in LaGuardia then.
Are you already down?
I'm about to start this in.
Well, I'll meet you there at 50,000 feet. Hold up.
So target frame doesn't even work. In your when you talk about the dynamic setting target frame. Mine's set to 120 just to try to max it out. Just, you know, I got a 4090, so I'm like, let her rip.
He's flying out my window. Except you're in a
Never
big
mind.
jet.
I'm not afterburning. Jester just said I have 1,500 pounds of fuel left. I hope I can even make it.
Have to glide all the way there.
Apparently the F-14 doesn't like gliding very much.
It's called falling with style.
Oh, flat spin.
Or flat spin.
Here we go.
Make sure you extend the wings.
They're extended. Well, right now I have no speed where they're retracted, but I'll extend them if I lose speed.
Goose will be extremely appreciative of the fact that you never get in a flat spin.
I've already gotten a flat spin once today. What are you talking about?
Well, Goose is very upset with you then. Well, actually, no, he probably doesn't care anymore.
Goose is dead.
Yeah, he hurt his back on that one.
Oh, that's what happened to you, co-pilot, first officer. Dev broke your neck.
Ow!
It says the 60, but it goes up higher with VSync off. The card maxes out all the time. Uses more power, makes more. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. If it hits 60 and it's happy there, then it doesn't have to work any harder. It's kind of like mashing the gas pedal. You know, if you got a car and you just floor it, at some point it's going to max the speed out and the engine's going to be working 100%. Whereas if you're just cruising at 60 miles per hour, it's, you know, it's just, you're only using 60% power or something like that. Alright, so we're going to go down to, let's just do 1900 or 19,000. And then we want to go into speed mode. And we're going to target 0.74.
And those are my engines.
Yippee.
And pull throttle back ever so slowly, because if you're in speed mode doing a descent, this thing will nosedive on you.
Are we gonna do a second link tonight?
No. Won't really have time for it. Got dinner waiting on me.
Alright, I just put some cookies in the oven.
Cookies. There he goes again, cooking cookies without anyone getting any. A little early on that top descent, but
Okay.
better early than...
So, I also learned the F-14 is not controllable when you have no hydraulic power.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah.
So here I go into a mountain. Vertically.
I think that happened almost in the second one, too.
Yeah, they were bending airframes and
Yeah.
avoiding those mountains.
I didn't even know you could do that. You can bend an airframe?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Metal ain't that strong.
Yeah, but... I guess it makes sense.
Why does my Mobi flight show 0.74, but the airplane
Can you
shows
see what airframe it was that they
0.75?
meant?
Weird. What's that?
Just tell me what airframe they bent at the very least.
You've got movies to watch.
We both know it's not going to happen, so just tell me.
No. How are you such an aviation geek and you don't go watch the two best aviation movies ever?
We could do a watch party.
We should.
There you go.
Oh.
We'll have to skip ahead 10 minutes at the 1 minute or 1 hour 5 minute mark.
What happened? Was it an ad break or something?
I'm impressed
You
you,
need to
have
send
such a
information
specific...
I just made it up, but you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm picking up what you're sitting down.
What's her name?
I need more context.
I forget her name.
Penny?
Charlie.
Give me context.
Fault on Charlie.
Charlie, there we go.
Oh yeah.
She has a top secret clearance. She knows more than you do. So just tell her.
Someone on Reddit
Won't
said
make this
41
easy
minutes,
for me.
15 seconds is gay volleyball. Or naked
awesome.
gay volleyball.
Yeah, Nez, Top Gun is what we're talking about. One of the best aviation movies. It may not be the most accurate. Well, actually, the first Top Gun was, because they used real airframes, has some realism to it. I guess they did in the second one as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because they made it a point to be as accurate as possible.
See, I don't like movies. I like documentaries.
Well, this is a documentary.
You just said it was a movie.
It's a documentary.
Is it documentary, not a movie?
It's a documentary into every aviation's.
A documentary is informational.
Oh, it's informational. You'll learn some stuff at what was the time frame there, Eddie?
Yeah, 1 minute or 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Is what?
Nothing.
Educational.
Just skip it.
And I was just I just looked it up. The movie was released in May 16th of 1986.
Whoa, that's old.
Oh,
That's
but it's
10
so
years
good.
before I was
I'm gonna go.
born.
I want to go watch it again. Don't worry, Dev wasn't even born in the same century.
I know.
Not even close.
Friggin' century ago. That movie.
That's 40 years old.
This speed is not too good. Let's go into vertical speed mode. We need to target.
I want to put some missiles on a CRJ and see what happens.
We're going to go over to speed. The 290 is our target. And we need to target a little less than that. 1400.
It'd be kind of cool if Mitsubishi made a CRJ NG kind of situation. Oh wait, they've already done that. A CRJ Max and restart production.
I saw a video the other day that they were going to try to make their own, like, A220 variant. The M100, I think.
Is it going to be based off the CRJ?
No, they killed it.
Oh, come on.
Curious about this VNAV. It's telling me I need to go down 1,200 feet per minute. Uh-oh, what's that?
Switch to
Ice.
V now. It saves your life.
We've got ice, boys.
I accidentally, when I was reading the Phoenix article, I mistook the A320 Neo for a A220, and texted Knock. I was like, "Hey, there's an A220 coming from Phoenix." Really wanted
Yeah, I
to
got
show
really
that.
excited, and I was like, "Where'd you see that at?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, just kidding."
Oh, quick PSA by the way, reset your Navograph passwords.
Yes, if you guys have not done that, do so, because they had a big data leak.
Yep.
It actually technically wasn't Navograph data leak. There was apparently some malware going around that stole a lot of people's passwords. So, still do it.
Okay, fine.
Alright, let's get the local weather real fast. Winds are 220, which gives us runway 22. Perfect. 12, gusting 20. We've got 10 miles of visibility, few clouds at 2,500, few clouds at 7,000, scattered at 19,000, and broken at 24,000. Temperature is 22 degrees, altimeter 294.
Really that warm
Okay.
in New York?
Here's my
Yes,
question.
sir.
Why does almost every country use HPA, but then they still use feet?
I don't know.
It makes zero sense.
That's got to be very confusing for. I mean, it's you know, I guess it's not that confusing because they just get used to it, but it's kind of weird that we use feet for most of the world in aviation.
I wish we would just all go to the metric system. It's superior.
I would agree.
I use metric on all my flights when I can, weight wise. Kilograms for the win.
I don't have a really good idea what a kilogram is. I need to pack a kilogram of weight around one day and just get used to it.
I will force your Simbrief account to only use kilograms.
Go downtown, you get a kilo.
Well, I can't talk about that.
Yeah, sure.
What do
Sorry.
you mean? What does that mean?
Watch Narcos.
Or Breaking Bad.
Movie?
Or, yeah, Breaking
Or
Bad.
blow.
Dallas Buyers Club.
We need to look at 13,000.
Do you
Nez,
think
what are
you'll
your
be
favorite
comfortable flying
aviation
this
movies?
evening?
What'd you say?
Do you think you'll be comfortable enough to fly this on Datsun at some point?
Sure, shoot. I can't speak. Yeah, I think I can. Let me get a few more departures. The
Nice.
takeoff is the challenging part. A lot of things happen all at once.
I mean, honestly, the CRJ is a cool plane. I can't bring myself to fly it though. I
What?
just don't enjoy it.
You no, 3 days ago, you were in love with it. What are you talking about?
I can try to. I just didn't feel like flying it today, to be completely honest.
3 days
One flight
ago,
in my
Dev was like over the moon. This is the most amazing aircraft. It's so much fun. There's so many things to do. It keeps you busy. It's amazing. And 3 days
No,
later,
like,
you're sitting here telling me that you hate it? That you can't bring yourself to fly it?
You should know by now how fast I move.
Oh, I absolutely know. It,
He probably also doesn't remember getting up after midnight and raiding the kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
Where are those cookies?
There you go.
he
There
doesn't
it
have to
is.
raid the kitchen at night because he gets them in the day with those cookies that nobody else gets any of.
Don't worry, guys. I got double stuffed Oreos for us.
Oh, baby. Now you're talking. Are you a, Are you one of the people who just, do you enjoy the whole cookie or do you like to get the icing?
I waterboard it. Just throw it, hold it underneath the milk, and let it get soft.
That's right.
Tell me your secrets.
I actually used to use a fork and stick it in the icing that way too. That works.
Oh, wow. Oh, guys, we got a controversial opinion here. Nez says, I have to be honest, I don't think Top Gun is a good aviation movie. In fact, it's not even a good movie. I think your live streams are better than Top Gun. Well, I take that as a huge compliment, but I will have to respectively disagree on the fact that it's Top Gun is, in my mind, a good movie. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
What other aviation movies are there that I can't even think of any?
Iron Eagle 1,
Snake.
2.
No, guys, snakes on a plane, come on.
Watch
yeah,
the
yeah.
intruder.
Taken? Oh no, non-stop. Liam Neeson.
Okay.
Bird Dog 2-1.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, Sully is my favorite aviation movie.
Yeah. I cry.
What's that?
Oh, fuck.
Ah, jeez. You have to watch that one. Like, no negotiating allowed. It's about the Miracle on the Hudson crash landing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's done extremely well. It's not 100% accurate, but it's very good.
You think that was a butter landing for like a water surface?
It definitely was.
That was the butteriest of butter video landings. I mean, just imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine the emotion that would go through you as soon as you did that. You're like, I'm alive?
Yeah.
And so is everybody else. And the plane's floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly one piece.
Yeah.
Cool
Nez-
scenes with the clouds.
Yeah, this is
button on
pretty
the 320 is for.
I did hear there was one sad loss on that plane when it sank. A bunch of guys were going to Myrtle Beach. They all lost their golf clubs.
Oh my gosh.
Ron,
I think I'd be
Actually,
okay
Ron,
with that.
I was texting Ken last night because we had those tornadoes come through our area. And there was one of the tornadoes went right over a golf course, and I texted him, and I was like, Ken, Ron is going to be extremely sad about the fact that a golf course is in the direct path of this tornado.
Yeah, that's sad. I heard the manufacturer replaced their golf clubs, the ones that got that
Oh, that's
sank
cool.
in the plane, though. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, back to the Hudson thing. Where did that happen?
Oh, no, that's it. Whatever.
New
Somewhere near where we're landing.
Right in the
Actually-
middle of Manhattan.
Didn't he take off out of the airport we're landing at?
Yes, he did.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it LaGuardia?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. it
He's
was.
a heavy accent, LaGuardia.
And speaking of that, did you guys hear about the fist fight in the DCA Tower?
I did.
I saw the VAS 8 video on it.
No.
All right, we're at 11,500. Let's go ahead and start slowing to 250. And we'll go ahead and get our lane lights on.
There's apparently also another close call there.
That
A
looked
while
cool.
back.
What, me flicking all the lights on?
Yep.
Where you at?
I've been buzzing around, hanging out around here.
Alright, so what's the order I have to watch the movies in?
Oh, you're behind me.
All of them.
What order? Do I have to do one first before the other?
I would watch Sully first, just because I think it's not quite a documentary, but I think you would enjoy some of the story. And I would recommend reading his book. His book's pretty good too. This says the A350 landing you had a couple weeks ago was a nice butter landing. All we do around here is butter landings, baby.
No, we don't.
I don't.
Speak for yourself.
You know I can't land an A320 for the life of me.
Well, now that you've been adjusting your curves,
I probably can do better now, I think.
man, I did pretty good on that 250. I got a 10,400 feet, 250. It's pretty good.
By the way, I learned something from one of D1's streams the other day. Apparently you're not supposed to adjust the curves inside the game for your Moza. You're supposed to do it all in software.
All in software.
All in the Moza software, not the sim. You're supposed to leave them linear.
Well, it doesn't model match yet, so...
Yes, he will always use a side stick, just because apparently yokes don't let him eat dinner and junk while he's at the table. I use a side stick too, by the way.
We're going down to 2,000 feet. Were you using a side stick? Yeah, I had the Moza AB9 base.
Yokes don't have a tray table.
I like having my keyboard. Right now I've got my keyboard, my Stream Deck, my MCDU, and my mini FCU in front of me, as well as my mouse. So it gives me the desk space back.
I feel like you're going to use your 3D vacation days to 3D model and print a real-life Airbus tray table for your desk.
Eventually when I build a full cockpit.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I've started working on a massive project. I have started with an Airbus overhead panel. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, you got to finish something small before you upgrade.
I'm doing one panel at a time. I'm doing
Okay.
one panel right now. Otherwise, you know, we both know I would never finish it.
Yeah, just like you can't keep track of which airplane you like for the day.
Oh, come on!
Outside air
These really
temperature.
nice crispy cookies out of the oven.
You shut your mouth.
Dev's favorite airplane is the next one that's coming out.
Oh,
Wow, that hurt.
Is he
Don't tell me I'm
wrong?
wrong.
I see those posts every day.
No, okay. I keep doing the next airplane that comes out, but then I always just find my way back into the Phoenix, no matter what. No matter what I do, I will go on a little spree sometimes with another plane, but I always just come back to the Phoenix.
Phoenix is a good one.
Oh, is that working 24?
Yes, it
The
does.
Phoenix? Yeah, the Phoenix was the first airliner that was
Oh.
third party that worked with
Surprisingly.
24.
I thought I was never gonna get the upgrade, but they did it with like a week. We're also getting a fully native upgrade. They're redoing everything with modular sim objects, walk around and junk for free.
Yeah, and then they've that Neo's gonna be awesome. Plus, I'm doing some Arduino stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you watched any of my older 737 streams. I haven't flown that in a while since I've been on 24 for 6 months now. But I built the 737 sim, DIY sim. Carl, his design. He has a MCP you can build. It's a free plan, so I built that with a 3D printer, and it's amazing. And then I built a little light box to go along with it too.
I'm currently, I want to use Picos instead of Arduinos, since Arduinos are overly priced. So I started doing some little hats on KiCad for Picos that let you just plug in junk easily and not have to work at it. KiCad, I can never say that correctly.
The problem with Picos is you're gonna have to have so many of them. So if you can find a way
Yes,
to
but for
link
99
them,
cents a pop, I don't matter.
he's talking about Raspberry Pi Picos.
Pico 2 Pico Ws, the best things ever. Program them with Arduino, compatible with Mobify, and I can get them in bulk on AliExpress for 99 cents a pop. They're so nice. And they have Wi-Fi built in too, like,
Now, what would be cool is if you could just run a power circuit and communicate to your sim through Wi-Fi.
you have given me. So, here's what I've started working on. You know pogo pins?
Actually, I need to go 3,000 feet. Do I know what?
Pogo pins?
No.
They're little they're like spring-loaded connectors that connect with a copper pad. They're using like a lot of chargers and junk like that. I'm gonna build a mount on top of my over my computer on top of these cabinets that has a USB cable going into some pogo pins, which will just let me slide in the panel and with no wires. It'll automatically connect as a USB device.
Oh, that's kind of
That's
nice.
my at least design plan. So just one slide in, no power. Everything's done with the pogo pins.
Now, if you could come up with a way to link all those together so it only shows up as one device and with separate
That's what
identities, that would be ideal.
That's what I'm kind of working on right now. My current solution is just have one big USB hub, but I want to get them to just all talk to each other.
Well, even in the USB hub in MobiFlight, they're still going to identify as separate devices. So then you got to identify each
You know,
one.
but
with
it's
each...
only one cable. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to get them to talk to each other. We'll see how that goes. But the cool thing is with this idea, you could have multiple. You could have a 737 overhead, a 320 overhead, and just slide them in and out with no cables. It'd be so
Yeah,
nice.
that would be nice. Arduinos are only about $8 US. Is that the AliExpress Arduinos you're getting, Ness? And you ordered some Hall sensors. They arrived today. What are you building with the Hall sensors? eBay. And is that the Lagu branded Arduinos or another brand? Because the Arduino platform's open source, and you can pretty much build one yourself if you wanted to on a breadboard or your own circuit board.
I did that a long time ago. I have a 3D file of that.
All right,
Oh,
so
sorry,
at
PCB.
Proud, we're going to do a right turn on... Let's do 020 at Proud. No. Wait a minute. Sorry. 060. That math's wrong.
Like usual. I don't know what that was even supposed to mean.
Oh, this is a beautiful sight right here. The Hudson is off my nose here, Dave. That's where the 320 crashed.
Oh, nice. Wait, no. I
Not
didn't mean
nice, but interesting would be
that. Yes.
more appropriate.
I'm sorry. This is my default reaction. I'm sorry. Please cut that out.
Amateur hour, and they gotta land in the river. Can't land on the road.
I am totally fogged in here at 6,000 feet.
Yeah, I'm at 4,400 for 3,000,
okay.
and it's clear.
Oh,
And a
I'm
nice
on
view
your
of the
wing,
city.
Ron. It's
Oh.
looking really good.
Ron, when are we gonna get you the Phoenix? You fly at 320 so much. You fly at 320 so much. We need to get you the Phoenix.
Okay.
Oh, come on. You won't regret it.
You should get
Don't
the
fuck
Phoenix whenever they push out, at least, Ron, whenever they push out the next...
The next PFU.
Yeah, oh, what is my airplane doing? Heading mode to the right. Wrong direction airplane. Kind of just defaulted
Think
off to
about
the
it.
left for some reason. Just wanted a good
See,
view of the city.
Hall sensors are cool, but they're kind of overkill for, like, knobs and junk for flight sim hardware.
Well, that looks incredible.
Yeah, it
I
does.
could
I
see
just came out of the
reasonable-
fog. Oh my god.
It's amazing with the city right
It
there.
is amazing. Jeez.
Oh, if you're just replacing the plots in your TM, then yeah, Hall Flex would be good. I read that wrong, my bad.
Look at that view right there, right off the wing. Oh, it's amazing. Need a scenery pack for New York.
That's fair.
All the red lights, that all the tops of the buildings
Yeah,
have red
that's
lights
fair.
on them.
Yeah, it's a lot of buildings have that just to make sure planes don't crash into them.
Yeah. Got it,
I use the
I think it's almost
Leonardo. It's probably a knockoff, but works the same. I use the Hall sensors for other controls. I have a really old TM rudder pedal. I'm taking out the pots. Yeah, you can replace those
Wait.
with Hall sensors. It'd be nice.
Are Hall sensors a drop-in replacement? Because I could extend the life of my CH product rudder pedals by a long time if I just drop in some Hall effects. If they're drop-in replacements.
I don't know if it's going to be a drop-in. It
Well,
might
if I
be. If
put
you
it
find the
on
right one, it
MobiFlight.
might be. If you do it through MobiFlight, you could do it.
You know what? I might just rip out all the logic, put a Pico in there with a Hall effect sensor, and just use the body. That
You'll
would
need
look
magnets.
great, actually. Oh, crap. That means designing a 3D printed mount.
Airport's off to our left. Let's go ahead and start slowing down a little bit. Altitude coming up.
Maybe I'll just replace it with some new potentiometers.
Nav source. Radio LaGuardia 1105 confirmed.
Hey, Ron.
Yep.
I think you're headed a little steep. Oh, wait, no, you're not on final. Never mind.
No, I'm going.
I saw
It's
the
taking
red
me
one in front of
over.
you. I thought you were headed down there.
Yeah, it's taking me over the airport and then I'm
Yeah.
looping around.
Yeah, I did a right turn on 060 to for the downwind.
It's in my flight plan. It'll should fly okay. Come around
Oh, I had
this side.
a quick question. Can I connect more than one switch to a common ground on a
Yes.
programming board? Okay, I figured. I just don't know how. Is my next issue. Trying to stack a bunch of wires on top of each other seems really not great.
You don't do that. You basically have a bus.
Okay, that's what I was afraid you were going to say.
So you can link buses,
Can
so you can go
I-
from one switch to another switch,
Okay.
to another switch, to another
Makes
switch.
sense. Because these Picos only have about 4 grounds on them, but they have like 20 GPIO pins, so I got a little confused there.
Alright, let's do a left turn to 040 or 043.
See, multiplexers scare me though.
And then let's go ahead and do flaps 1. We're getting a touch of power. Getting a little slow. You can use multiplexers. I mean, just try to figure out the multiplexer, and then like once you get comfortable with it, you can just incorporate it.
Here's my next question. Can I just solder a piece of copper to the pad and then solder my wires to that pad, to that piece of copper?
Don't do that. Just do the jumper thing, because you're
Okay.
gonna have ground issues at that point.
Okay.
You'll get every time you solder to that pad, you're gonna cause something to get a cold joint, and then it'll break off or be loose and be a bad ground. And that'll cause you a nightmare of problems.
I'll use a bus. I just had copper wire lying around.
Alright.
I didn't want some money.
Flaps 8's 230. Speed confirms. Go to flaps 8. Speed check 200. And let's do a left turn. Route 317.
What kind of? Am I just looking for any kind of like small bus that I can just put to that common ground?
I mean, you literally would have one wire that goes back to the board.
Okay, that makes sense. So one wire and then just a bunch of
Just-
screw terminals that I can plop in my wires.
No, I'll draw it for you. You're literally just going to jump from one switch to another,
Oh.
because they're all tied together.
Oh. Okay. Wow. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, you just go from... You basically put two wires on the negative side of the switch.
Okay, that makes sense. I can't believe. Wow. I feel dumb right now.
Let's do a left turn, join the localizer. And vertical speed. Probably started descending a little early. What's going on, Michael? How are you? You're talking about running the switches or buttons in a series? Well, it's the negative would be in. You could do the same thing for buttons too.
I mean, that makes sense. Switches and buttons are still similar.
Yeah, and that's what I did on my. What's my heading here? Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of a headwind. That's what I did on my MCP. And then if you have something that just has source power to it, you can do the same thing with power. You just need to make sure you can source that much power that it requires.
So that was my next thing. These Picos only have one input, which is the USB Type B. Do I have to supply external power somehow? I guess the larger my projects get.
Well, if you may need to source power off board if you need more than a few milliamps. Just not sure if this
The
captures.
LEDs might push that, but we'll see.
Okay, localizer captured. Let's continue slowing down. And we can go into approach mode. Okay, approach out. Glide slope captured. Gear down. Life's 20. 30 is 185. Let's continue slowing down. Let's go flaps 30. And 170 is clear. Speed checked. Full flaps. Reference of 142. Ooh, big bump and wind there.
I gotta run, y'all. See y'all on
See
the
you,
next
Eddie.
one.
Thank you.
See ya.
Yep, you too.
And get bounced around too. Coming in on final here.
Yep, gear checked. A little extra juice there. Lights, seat belts.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Bow it off. Wind is kicking. Continue.
Minimums. minimums. 100.
Sink rate.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And reversers. So, damn it. This exit here, reversers off. Left turn. Welcome to LaGuardia. Flaps up. That was a bumpy approach. Let's go APU.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Why is that door not opening? There we go.
It
Door
thinks
open.
you're still flying. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but we're getting a native version of the Learjet pretty soon.
That'd be pretty cool. And I don't have any gate picked out, so we're just gonna go find one. I love how fast the APU in this thing gets going. Flaps are confirmed up. Whoops. Smacked those brakes a little hard. Alright. Good brake. Engine's off. And nope, wrong button. Passengers off. GSX. Oh, I forgot. We needed to try out the HUD. Questy boarding. Delta. Lights off. Air conditioning still on. Booster pumps can come off. Let's go ahead and get chocks added. Ground air cart. Cargo doors. Stairs down. Oh, Joey's already here. Don't toggle again. Power cart. And service door. No, come back. I didn't mean to. Okay, it's coming back. You see? Oh. Alright. I think we're good. I guess. Let me catch up on Nez's comments here real fast. Talk about, yeah, we answered that. Yeah, but then you would need resistors and you have to code each one. If you're using MobiFlight, really simple, just to randomly pick IO points and then just use the debugger to find it and assign it. It's pretty quick. If you're using Pi for cockpit controls, it's really overkill. Leonardo is cheaper and uses less power. There's loads of sample code on GitHub and other places. You can use a Pi to operate a Leonardo. What are you gonna say?
The Pi Pico though is so cheap. I mean, I wouldn't if I can get away with a Pi Pico. I would. It's cheaper than getting an Arduino, so I might go with that. But I probably have to go with Arduino at some point. Some of the bigger modules, at least.
Alright, that's what the land right there was. Oh, did you really not track me at all? Shame. It's something to do if you use just a sim. I need to figure out what the deal is. Like if I just use SimBrief to make the flight, it says it's tracking.
Did you use Volanta?
I did not use Volanta. I forgot to start it earlier. Oh, hang on. Oh, there it is. Deboarding. It does, okay, never mind. I tracked it. It just wasn't showing it there.
Okay,
256. So it was a little rough,
Leonardo
but it was just because the winds were so bumpy there. I haven't quite gotten used to landing this thing again. It's so much easier to plop it down than a 320 or 737. Did you go Arduino
What's
with
the
the Leonardo?
Leonardo and a Uno? They look almost identical.
I mean, when you go with Arduino, get the Leonardo, the USB port is native and they're really easy to work with. Actually, I've not gotten... You're hovering! She's hovering. I've not used the Leonardo before. Alright guys, I appreciate the conversation there, and especially about Flat Earth. It's always fun to argue. Dennis, appreciate all the comments there. We can talk some more about this next time. We should be back on Sunday again. I don't think I have anything planned, so we should be good. USB isn't native on Uno. It's a COM port. Yeah, the Uno's a little different. They did add support for MobiFlat for it, though. Yep, see you soon. Nice flight. Yep, appreciate this. Anyways, Sunday, guys, I'm going to hop off here and get some dinner, and I'll catch you guys next time.